actions which you should follow to achieve your dream. So generally, achievers are dreamers and doers. So take small steps and you will find that one step leads to another. So when you have a big dream, it's a big goal, you should split your dream into small achievable goals, that is steps. So you can achieve it step by step. Suppose if it's a big dream, so you can achieve step by step, and you at what point of time you will be achieving your goal. Then develop your desire to see dream come to fruition. So daily work on your motivation to achieve your dream. So allow your dream to be the first important thing in your life. So when your dream becomes the first important thing in your life, it will motivate you and it will inspire you and it will give you a sense of purpose. And when a person having a vision as a dream, and nothing is impossible to that person. Okay, so develop a faith that you will be successful. So always be positive, have a positive pattern of thinking. So positive pattern of thinking will lead you to the road of success. So trust something, somehow it will work out for you, and be flexible in your thinking. Attitude determines your attitude. Okay, don't surrender to negative assumptions. So this is the major thing. So in many points of time, when you have a big dream, many will say like you will never achieve your dream, and they will say like you will fail in here, you will fail in there. So challenge them. You will take it as a challenge, and you should move positively. So you should never give in to the negative assumptions or also negative feedback you receive. You should always think a way to get succeed. Really think that things will work for you. So just believe in yourself. You should have the self-faith, self-belief. It's humility and not arrogance. So basically, no one is perfect. So whenever you feel you are lagging in something, keep learning, keep improving yourself each day. So that belief will help you achieve the dream. Look at all possible options and keep checking them. Suppose if you are into a someone is persist. So look at all possible options which is available in front of you and keep checking on them. So while you move on towards achieving your dream, there will be obstacles. So you should not just say obstacles. If you face an obstacles, you should not just walk away from your obstacle, and you should not say that this made I mean this because of these obstacles I couldn't achieve my dream. You should like challenge the obstacle, and you should move away from that obstacle. You should pass that obstacle. So be patient. Suppose if your dream is a big dream and it will take some years to get into fruition. So when nothing seems to happening, you should not give up. You should never give up. Okay, so you should be patient enough to wait and achieve that particular dream. So be open and flexible. So being flexible, what happens is if you will have a strategy in place to achieve your goal. So your dream, while you are trying to achieve your dream, there might be some roadblock. So in that case, you should not stick with the hard and fast rule. So no, I will go with that way, and even if the roadblock comes, I will wait forever. So you should find an alternative way. Suppose consider you are traveling from a place to another place. So from your home to somewhere in some place. So in the meanwhile, in between, you might have a roadblock. So will you be going back to your home again? No, you will find an alternative route to reach the destination, right? So like the same way, you should be open and flexible to achieve your goal in some alternative ways if the already devised routes have a roadblock. Okay, and time and again you should review your strategy and progress. So whenever you develop a strategy, you should always evaluate your strategy and tactics to achieve the goal. So how effectively are you progressing towards your goal? Are you getting the expected results? If not, why? What is the reason why I'm not getting the results? And if the strategy is not working, try another approach. So time and again, suppose consider a monthly. Suppose you have a big goal, and it's a big dream. So you have a monthly strategy check. So whenever you check, we are check, you will come to know that whether you are moving in the particular direction or not. If not, you should change the strategy and you should find an alternate way to approach, and so that you can reach the goal. So listen to others. In some cases, when you alone think you cannot achieve the goal, and you cannot, you may get a stumble at some point. So in that case, you can ask help from someone. You can ask politely. Suppose in your college days, you can ask your help from your friend or else your lecturers, your professors. So they will help you. People like helping others actually. So so these are the skills, these are the major principles which you should never give up. So which you should never give up never give up on the core of your dream. So declare your dream and declare it and share it. Then be happy and achieve the goal as per your plan. Okay. So basically, don't be pushed by your problems, led by your dreams. So that in that way you will achieve. So you should not wait for a problem to come up, and you should not take a deviation. So you should led by your dreams, and you should get into the path of success. This is the thing. These are the principles. Basically, you need to achieve. You need to follow to achieve your goal. So second thing is expectation from the industry. So there are certain set of expectations you will have from the industry. Basically, when you graduate from your college and go for a campus interview, or else you directly go into the industry, you will have certain expectations. The major expectation which you all know and which is more important is good communication skill. So it's not just like an accent or else fluency. So basically, not everyone can speak in an American accent, or else basically not everyone will have the high level of fluency. But then what we mean as good communication skill here is whatever thought process going in your mind, you should express yourself to the opposite person. So that is the good communication. That is what about good communication is all about. So you should always communicate yourself so that the other person will receive your ideas. So suppose you say you have a lot many of ideas in your mind, and you are good at your academics, but then if you fail to communicate to others, and no one will get to know what is the idea that is running in your mind, and what is the idea, what is the concept you have in your mind, and what is your future plan, and anything will not be known by other person. So you should always communicate your ideas in a better way, better efficient way. Okay, so start from now itself. If you are lagging in communication, college is the main place to develop your communication. So you can read a lot. So you can read many books, and you can read and develop. You can communicate to your friends in English, or else you can communicate yourself to your lecturers in English, and you can get help from your lecturers also. So that now itself you can start to develop the communication skills. That will be more helpful in the industry level. Okay. So then they will look for knowledge beyond the textbooks. Suppose you say you are been in second year, you will read your books and you will write your exams. So your knowledge level should not limit to that particular book or a particular exam. You should think out of the box. So what happens is, naturally in industry level, what they will expect is they will not go with the textbook kind of approach. So they will not say step one this should be done, step two this should be done. That will not be the case. So you should be always thinking out of box. So whenever you think out of box, that will be an added advantage when you are in an industry. So you should always think out of box. You should always think beyond textbooks. Of course, you should always learn your textbook, and you should always clear your clear your exams. But thinking beyond textbook helps you in real-time environment. So that is the major thing which industry will expect. So also basics of your stream. Suppose you are a mechanical engineer, you should learn your basics. What are the design drawing and fluid mechanics and everything? You should know your basics. if you're an electronics engineer, you should know your basics, so that if you get a chance into your core company, they will expect your basics to be strong. So if you are an IT guy, if you are an CSE student, you should always learn the basics of your coding, syntax, and everything. So there will be a logic. Okay, so based upon your basic knowledge and your logical thinking, you will excel in the industry level. And also positive approach. Suppose you go to an interview, and or else you face a problem in the company level, also while working you face a problem, you should be positive, and you approach the problem in a positive way, and you should not shy away from the problem. So consider, if you are attending an interview and the interviewer asks a question, so which might not be known to you, even though it is from your subject or else it is from your stream of learning, but you might not know that concept. You should not bluntly say that, no, I don't know, I didn't learn that process, I don't know about that. You should say that, like, I didn't get an opportunity to learn that. So in case, if I in future I will learn that. In case if I get an opportunity, better opportunity to learn that, I will learn, and I will execute in the industry. So like that, you should be positive. So the industry will look for people who are in positive mindset, who will approach every problem in a positive mindset. And also, you should be updated with the latest technology. So suppose in case of in my domain, I am an Oracle consultant. So in my domain, if suppose some company comes to interview you, or else if you come and join in one of my concern, so what happens is, like, you should be updated with the latest advancements in the field. Suppose you are a mechanical engineer and you are getting into a car manufacturing company, you should be updated with the latest safety improvements in the car manufacturing. So that will help you excel in the industry level. Also, you should be ambitious. So you should be always ambitious, that your goal should be high, and you should be clear cut in your goal, and you should be ambitious that some point of time I will be like this, some point of time I will be leading this team of 10 members, or so and so. So also that is the thing which will propel you to their success. And also ability to lead. So whenever an industry hires a person, they will expect you to be a lead at some point of time. See, suppose when you get into a company after your final year, initially you will be a trainee. So then you will be an associate, then you will be a senior. At some point of time, you will be a team lead. So they will expect you to exhibit the leading capabilities from you. So you should always willing to be a team worker and team lead, and you should be always ready to learn how to manage a big team. So that is one major aspect. So apart from that, multitasking. So nowadays in IT concerns, or in many other IT concerns and all other fields, have become more competitive. So every companies are now expecting their employee to work on multiple projects. So like that, so if multiple projects, in the sense, what happens is, you cannot stick to the simple one project, and you cannot think about one project, and you cannot work in one project alone. See, they will give some multiple projects that might be in multiple technologies. So you should be always ready to multitask. So from now onwards, you can develop that habit of multitasking. And as I'm saying, multitasking, it's not like chatting and listening songs. It is like thinking in different ways at the same time. So like, you should learn one subject, and also you will learn many other subjects, right? So you should be ready with your concepts in all the subjects at the time, which is now you can do. And then, as a fresher, as a engineering graduate, you cannot expect a concern to give you opportunity in your hometown. So you should not always expect that your comfort of your home and hometown. You should be ready to relocate. Suppose you are studying in Karpagam Institute and you are in Coimbatore, you are based out in Coimbatore. So if you get an opportunity to work in some big concern in CTS, suppose if you get an opportunity to work in CTS is also in Coimbatore and also in Chennai, also in Pune. Suppose if they are willing to deploy you in Pune, so you must be ready to leave to Pune, because that is the starting of your career. So once you get into the concern, and once you get experience, and once you learn the process and learn the functionality of the particular project or else particular product, you can always come back saying, like, in later part of your life. So you can get settled down at the earlier stages of your career. Don't think of settling down in some place, and you should be in comfort. So you should be always willing to relocate. So these are the things which the industry expects. So these are the things you need to develop from now onwards. From now onwards, in the sense, from the college, you should need to develop these aspects. So moving on to the things you need to do for development of campus interview. So for campus interview, nowadays every college is bringing in some concerns for campus recruitment. So that is the better opportunity to get into a job, because once you come out of the college, it is not the same. You have to apply in a job portal, and it will be very hard to find a job. So whenever your college gives an opportunity to attend a campus interview, but prepare yourself in a better way, and you attend your interview diligently, so that you can get through and get the job before leaving the college. That will be more safe and secure for your future. So to develop for a campus interview, first of all, you should need the communication skill, which I have already mentioned. And also, to develop your communication skill, you can go on for attending seminars and giving presentation in the seminars. That will make you confident while you speak in an interview. So suppose if you give a presentation to your college, your class, that will be around 60 people, right? So what happens is, like, you will be more comfortable that you can see your lecturer and speak. You can see uh, your college mate and your friends and speak. But when you face a stranger in an interview, you will feel that little bit nervous. You will feel that little bit nervous, and you will feel little stammering and all those things. So when you try to present in seminars, like say 100 people, or else in your college functions. So if you give any seminars, so that will make you more confident while you speak in an interview, and while you address an interview, or else when getting, also after getting into the company also, that will give you more confidence to face any situation and give any seminars, or else when you meet a client, that will be more helpful. So that is the major thing while attending an interview. We need to take care of that. So prepare for aptitude test from the start of the college. So now you are into second year, and if I say, okay, prepare now itself for the aptitude test, so you will feel that amusing, why I should prepare from now onwards itself. So even if your college might conduct a campus drive, or else like preparation for the campus drive, so on, so they will conduct an workshop kind of thing. Okay, so in that case, see, you might think like, no, why I am just now in my second year, first I need to study the basics, and then we will learn the aptitude at the final year. No, that's not the case. Actually, you should learn from now itself, now onwards. So the thing is, like, if you have a monthly workshop, suppose a half day, uh, in your college they conduct for a workshop for developing your aptitude skills. You should attend that diligently, and you should develop your aptitude skills. Suppose you have a 90% of marks, or else A plus grade, or whatever CGPA you have. If you didn't get through the aptitude test, you cannot be giving an interview. So basically, an in campus interview will have the aptitude test. Once you get into the aptitude test, and once you through the aptitude test only, you can give the interview to the interviewer. So even though you get a highest CGPA, or else highest percentage, you might not get a chance to express yourself in the interview if you don't get through the aptitude test. So from now onwards, from the day now itself, you should prepare for your aptitude now itself. So, and then you can you can form a group of friends. Suppose some 4 people. Suppose if you stay in a hostel, you can form a group of some 5 to 10 people, and every weekend you can discuss that aptitude test. Because aptitude test won't be like your regular textbook studies. It will be like out of box thinking. So you can always learn the aptitude test in a fun way. So from now onwards, you can start to learn the aptitude testing, aptitude test ability, you can improve your aptitude test ability, and you can, in the process, you can improve your logical thinking and you can improve your ideas. So then, coming to attending the interview, you should dress up properly. You should groom yourself properly. So, like when I studied in my college, when I did my UG and PG, my lecturers used to say, have a proper haircut and have you should wear a formal and you should be college. I mean, you should come to college in a formals with shoes and proper tuck in and everything. So that might seem like why these guys are saying like this and so and so. But when you practice that in your college days itself, that will be more helpful when you get into a company, because you should present yourself in a better way when an interviewer, or else you should present yourself in a better way to someone who is going to evaluate you. So you should be your best version. So you should practice that from your college days itself. That will be helpful when you join a concern. Suppose in a manufacturing concern, there will be a lot of restrictions in those kind of things. So, and also you should be punctual. So whenever you are going for an interview, or else you are giving an interview in online. So nowadays lockdown happens, so everything happens online. So whenever you are going to give an interview online, you should join the scheduled meeting 5 to 10 minutes prior. See, the interviewer will come on the correct expected time. He may be also late in some cases, because he might be got stuck up with some other meeting. But you should be punctual enough, and you should be joining the meeting 5 minutes earlier or else 10 minutes earlier, because that will give a good impression on the front. Okay, so if say suppose your meeting is on 10th, your interview is on 10 a.m. and you join by 10:05 or 10:02 or 10:01, then and your interviewer joined before you, that will look like it will give a bad impression. So be punctual. So today also I can see that everybody almost all joined by 10 o'clock, but some guys joined after 10 a.m. So that should not be the case. You should join the meeting, you should attend the interview in the stipulated time, you should be punctual. So, and also while answering the interviewer's question, you should express yourself well. Suppose if he asks a concept of, suppose suppose some circuit, or else suppose he is asking something about fluid mechanics, or else engineering electromagnetic fields, or else signals and systems, or else DSP, digital signal processing, you should express yourself well about that concept which you know, and you should be answering politely. So you should not be harsh, and you should not give an answer reckless answers. So you should be polite, and you should express yourself in a good manner, so that he or she will think about you in a positive way. And also while going for an interview, don't be nervous. So if you are nervous, that will also affect your performance. So if you are nervous, you will forget your concepts, you will forget your your concepts, and you will forget what you want to speak. You cannot express that properly. So you should not be always nervous. You should be in free of mind, and you should be in peaceful mind. So before the day of interview, you should not get into some late night studies, and you should not look dull and drowsy. You should be clear, and you should be crisp. You should be your answer should be crisp. So you should not be nervous. So in order to achieve that, you should be having a peaceful mindset before going for an interview. And as I said earlier, you should always learn your basics, because whenever you attend a campus interview, or else whenever you get into a company to attend an interview as a fresher, they will ask some questions about your basics. And also I used to see some guys who used to stumble in the first question, which is tell me about yourself. So you should be, as a fresher, it's not wrong to write your first question, that is tell me about yourself, because everybody will give a chance to speak, express yourself at the start of the interview. That should be an straight answer, and you should not stumble in the tell me of yourself. So you should write it down, and you should prepare it well. You should say it aloud. You should practice that same speaking before mirror, and you can use your friends. You can say it and practice with within your friends, so that while you face an interviewer, you will not stumble. You will just you will go in the flow. That will give a good impression. So these are the things which we should develop from now onwards. From the day, I mean, from today, you should develop this kind of aspects so that you can get successful in the campus interviews. Also, if you attend an interview, car manufacturing interview, you should learn. Suppose tomorrow there comes a company called Ford, which is going to recruit you from your concern, or else you are going for an off-campus interview. So that you should always have a knowledge about the company. So that in some cases, what happens is the interviewer may ask something about the company and something about the process which you already know, which you can get the knowledge from the open forum. So suppose if today some software company comes to your concern and expects you to attend an interview, you should know about the software development life cycle. You should not say I am not been to any development and I don't know about the software development life cycle. You should know there is an which is available in the open forum. You should learn about the software development life cycle, which is like you should say in the high level, not in the detailed level. You should say, suppose every for instance, I say every software development life cycle will have some 6 phases, which is for the first phase will be planning, and the second phase will be analysis, and the third phase will be design, and the fourth phase will be implementation, and the fifth phase will be testing and integration, and the sixth phase will be maintenance. So whenever an IT concern comes, you should know about the software development life cycle. You should know about the basics of your coding, and you should know about on what logic you should build a code, and so on. So you should, which is all available already in the open forum in the net. So you can use the open forum. You can use your college library, because in library you will find books regarding the how to develop your interpersonal skills, how to develop how the IT concerns work, and every different kinds of book will be available in your library. So you can use your library at your leisure time, and you can learn about the software development life cycle, and how the life cycle will be, how your job will be once you get into the concern. And also the transition from college to industry will be a little bit tricky. So herein you can say, suppose your lecturer gives you some assignments, so you might take it as you might say on the next day, on the stipulated day, you can say some reasons that I didn't do that, I didn't do this, like that. But in industry, nobody waits for you. Okay, so whenever there is a task assigned to you, you cannot deny the task. You should take the task and you should complete it in the stipulated time. That is how the industry works. You should not say you cannot, they will not accept your reasons. So you should be in a mind that you should switch over your mind from your student life to the industry life. That is how it will be more helpful. So to summarize this, to summarize the development you need to be taking care from now onwards for the campus interviews, you should attend seminars, and you should be taking care of your interpersonal skills like communication and communicating yourself to others, and prepare for the aptitude test now itself, so that it will be helpful for you in future. And you should be dressing up, you should be punctual, you should be answering your interviewer politely, so you should practice it numerous times. And just tell me about yourself, those things and all you need to practice. And you should not be nervous, and you should be always clear with your basics. So these are the things which we need to develop for cracking a campus interview successfully. So hope you should always follow this, and you should you should proceed for learning from day one, that for instance from today itself. Okay, so these are the 3 things I wish to speak. And going further, normally people would have said that once you get into your college, once you complete your higher secondary school exams, you need not study. You can be free and you can learn. You can enjoy your life in the college, so and so. And even everywhere, the depiction is like that in movies and everywhere. You can enjoy in your colleges. Of course, you can enjoy in your colleges, but the learning process will never end. So once you come into your college and you start your career, I mean start your uh, classes, you have to learn time and again, because in your school you would have written one public exam in the whole year, but in your college you will write semester exam every 6 months. So in college also you have to continue the process of learning. So there is no end to the process of learning. Even once you join any company, or else once you join any concern of your choice, you have to learn new technologies over there. You cannot stay. You cannot say I joined in the particular concern and I'm working in that particular concern and I can stay there for a long time. Your career will not grow. So basically, what you have to do is the learning process will never end. So you have to keep your mind like that, mind in an open way, that your learning will never end, and you should learn well in your college. You should learn your basics well. You should get through your exams well, because once you get through your exams, that is the basic criteria for attending any interviews, right? So if you say you didn't get through your exams, you have a backlog, you cannot attend the interview. So that is the basic criteria. So the learning never ends, be it a college, be from school, from college to industry, the learning process never ends. And as you say, in college you will have a lot of friends. So in college is the I mean college is the time to have more friends, and you can have a big set of friends, and you can grow together. So friends are not only for just making sorry, friends are not only for just roaming around and making fun and keeping you chilled out. Friends are always for improvement of, I mean, betterment of your life. So have a set of people, set of friends in your college. Have fun and have some relaxations, but at the same time you should all improve together. As a friend, you should always lift your friend, if you lift your friend in some way. Okay, so suppose if he lacks in some subject, you can always help him out, and he can learn from you. If suppose you stumble upon some of your issues, that might be something, anything, so your friend might help you in that case. So, for instance, uh, when I joined my UG, I used to be a careless and I mean reckless guy. So like I used to be spend more time on I used to be like, okay, what comes next? We will not worry about that. I will not think about my future, and I will not think about the exams and those things. So I had a friend who is more studious and who is more straightforward guy. So you see, if on the exam day, if he sees me, I'm not studying and I am getting chilled out, and I'm just like time passing without studying, he will come directly and say to me, if you are like this, you will fail in the exam tomorrow. So that might look like a harsh reality, but you should not doubt that particular friend, and you should not say like he is more studious, and you should not make fun of that. So you should take it in the right stride, and you should learn it. So by that, and in that process, you will have a good friend also. So friends will always help you overcome many troubles and many situations. So in academics, in personal, and in all aspects of life. So have good set of friends in your college life and grow together. And also there is a myth. They used to say in Tamil, நம்ம படிக்கிறதுக்கும் வேலை பார்க்கறதுக்கும் சம்பந்தமே இருக்காது. Like, see, I studied networking in my PG, and I studied my electronics and communication in my UG, but I am working as a supply chain management consultant. You might say, and people might think that what I studied in engineering college and also what I studied in my PG will not be useful in my job, because my job requires an MBA, but I get into the field and I learned more about this field I am, and I am now successful in this field. But what happens is, what are the coding languages I learned in my PG is useful to me now. Suppose for else SQL, PLSQL, and so on so. So everything will be useful. Your basics will be useful. Your analytical knowledge, which you have developed in the college, which will be useful at any stage of life. So it's not about what you learn and what you implement. It's about learning. It's a wholesome process. So you should not say like I learned mechanical engineering and I get into a software domain, and the learning is different and the what you work is different. They might assign you in the project which require a development of software for a car safety. So that in that case you have to give inputs from your domain. So in that case you should be thorough in your basics. So whenever someone says, like someone thinks, or else you might also think what you study in college will not be useful. It's a myth. It will be useful. Okay, it will be useful for you at any point of time. It will be useful at any point of your career. So you should always learn well in your college. You should learn your subjects well, and you should understand the concepts, not just like bugging up and vomiting out in the exam. So it's like you should learn the concepts. You should learn the concept thoroughly, and you should use the concepts which you learned in your college while you work. So it's like developing your knowledge, not just getting through your grades and getting an A+ grade and so on. So you should always learn well in your college, and you should use that in the future. Also, as you say, as everyone says, this is the time you should learn and enjoy simultaneously, because once you go out of your college, there will be less support you will receive. So suppose, in sense, for you say, if you are struggling to study a concept, your lecturer will help you. If you go in person and approach your lecturer, he or she might help you to learn he or she might teach you the concepts thoroughly, and he will be more willing to help you. But in case of industry, so everyone will be getting assigned to some work. So you cannot expect the same kind of help from the industry senior, or else your manager, or else your team lead. So you yourself should work on, and you yourself should learn. So college is the right time to get help from your lecturers and your professors and improve your knowledge in all aspects. So you can always, you can always go, and suppose if you feel bad to ask help from a lecturer in your classroom, you can always meet a lecturer in her place, and you can always get your doubts clarified. Because once you feel shy, and once you say accumulate your doubts, you cannot understand the latter part of the concepts, and it will be a big mountain to climb later. So whenever you get a issue with your subject, whenever you get a doubt with your subject, you can always go and reach out to your lecturers and professors, and so that they will help you. So get as much help from your lecturers, and get as much knowledge from your lecturers, and learn, keep learning. Okay. Also, don't settle for something ordinary. Suppose if you say you get into a job and you settle into the job, you just don't be in the comfort zone. For instance, you should look for a challenge. So if they give us a challenging project, you should not shy away from that challenging project. You should take that challenging project, and you should try to overcome that. Try to solve that problem, solve that project issues, so that it will help you increase your confidence, and it will help you grow yourself in the organization. Suppose, like what they will say is, coming out of comfort zone will be the first step of your success. Suppose, for instance, in my personal experience, I will share my personal experience. I completed my PG in Karunya and joined a concern in Chennai, which is Changes India Private Limited, and I worked there for around 6 to 7 years. I was in more comfort zone. So when I was working there, I was more reluctant to switch my job. But my colleagues and my seniors and everyone used to say, okay, this is the time to switch your job, and this is the time to come out of your comfort zone, and you can learn more, and you can earn more. Okay. So, but I had no such aspirations for some days. So what I did was, I was in more comfort zone. I used to work diligently. I used to complete my tasks diligently. I was in the same company. So when one fine day I thought of, okay, comparing myself with my colleague, or else my PG mate, or else my UG classmates, or else my friends, what happens is they are, and I started to compare myself as per the market standards. So I felt I am lagging. So then I thought, okay, that this is the time to come out of the comfort zone so that we can get to the higher level in the career, and higher level you can earn more, you can develop your skills more. So what I did is I started to prepare for interview. So in that case, while preparing for interview, see, consider a gap. So if you are a fresher, you will be like you will be fresh and you will give your best shot in the interview. After working for some 6 years in a concern, I have thought that the attending an interview is like you should know 100% of the product, and you should be clear about the process and everything in 100%. So I work in Oracle. I handle the Oracle projects. Okay. So in that part, you cannot learn everything. That's like a ocean. So when I started attending an interview, I get to know that the interviewer will never look for 100% answers. So they will look for a positive mindset, and they will look how your analytical skills is and how you are willing to learn new concepts. Like I said, you should say you should never say no in an interview. You should always project yourself as you will learn, you are willing to learn the new concepts. So that positive attitude will give you an edge over the some other candidates in the interview. So once I start attending the interview, I get to know about the process. So then I kept on attending interview. So I switched my job, and in that job I had a new challenges. So I had to handle a new projects, and I had to handle the robotic automation projects, which is new to me. But I took up the challenge and I handled the customer efficiently, so that I got a good promotion and so on. So you should always come out of your comfort zone. So come if you stay in a comfort zone, then that time you should feel okay. I'm having no challenge in this job, or else no challenge in this part of life. So you should move away to from that comfort zone, and you should always take up challenges, and you should always grow. So the thing is, like, you should always keep looking for challenges. So in that way, that will help you grow as a person, and it will always grow. It will always help you in your career path, and it will always help you to earn more also. So all together, leaving out of comfort zone will be a good option for you. So always think in a positive way, and always move away from the comfort zone and learn to explore all the possibilities of improving your life in all possible ways. So these are the things I wish to share with you about my experience, and about my about what industry expects from you, about how you should develop yourself for the campus interview, and so on. So hope this session will be helpful to you, and you should always learn. That is what I wish to say at the end. You should always be positive, and you should always be open minded, so that you can learn from every aspect of your life, and you should always be willing to step out of your comfort zone and excel in your life. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
It's been a very grateful session, Mr. Kamal sir, and I hope the students might have learned a lot from your inspirational speech. You have touched from the basics to every aspect of the students' life, and how they need to prepare for the industry, and why it is necessary to start learn from the second year onwards, and how he has to be present himself before the interviewer. Like I think it is the apt time for the second year students to learn these things directly from an industry persons like you. And it's been a very grateful, and personally I liked this session very much, sir. And participants, you can give your feedback. If you have any questions, or if you want to give any feedback, you can.
Warm morning, everyone. So I would like to extend my gratitude to KIT management for organizing such a productive session. And I would also take this opportunity to thank Kamal Jagadishan sir for spending his valuable time for us in spite of his tight schedule, sharing all the informations in the industrial perspective. So the talk was highly motivating, and you have truly infused us with hope by showing us how much potential the industry have for us. And I truly look forward to extend your future discussions as well if possible. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure,
Thank you,
sure.
everyone.
Thank you.
So good morning, I'm Atulya from EC department. So first of all, I thank Kamal sir for the wonderful session. The session was simply useful for all of us and it was very, very wonderful session. The session helped us it helped us to gain a positivity and a kind of self-confidence to achieve our goal. And it gave us a lot of idea to do further in our academic life. Those ideas and knowledge you shared will be surely helpful for each one of us. And I personally loved the session. So I personally thank you. On behalf of my colleagues, I thank you, sir. Thank you so much. The session was very wonderful, sir. Thank you so much.
Anyone? Any other? Okay, sir. It's been our pleasure to have you here, and really we are looking forward to have some more kind of discussion lately. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for spending your valuable time for us. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And students, now you can get relieved and join the next class. I think it's correct time. Okay, you can join by 11 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you.